Friday, I went and saw The Housemaid. A couple months ago, I saw the trailer for this movie. It said, I think in the trailer, based on a best-selling novel or something. So, of course, I'm not the biggest reader, but I reached out to my sister who said that she was reading the book and it was really good. Then later, I found out this was being directed by Paul Feig, which I am a very big fan of Paul Feig. I love his comedies from the early, or from, 10, 15 years ago. The Heat is one of my favorite movies. But, lately he's been kind of doing the samey kind of stuff. Simple Favor, the first one was pretty good, but I thought it was a little over the top. And then the sequel I didn't really like, from earlier this year. So I went in, with a little lowered expectations, but I was planning on seeing it simply because it's got Amanda Seyfried, which I really like. It's got Sydney Sweeney, who's been growing on me. And it just looked like an interesting plot. Now, I was a little nervous because the trailers, I was like, is this going where I think it's going? Like, is this going to be like literally a Simple Favor over again? Thankfully, it does not go in any which direction that me or Dorothy were ever able to guess at the beginning of the movie. But I went into it, wanting to see Sydney Sweeney pretty much and Amanda Seyfried, and was pleasantly surprised. Now, is this a perfect movie? Is this top 10 worthy? I don't think so. But I was pleasantly surprised at, one, how well I think Amanda Seyfried and Sydney Sweeney are both great in this film. And I liked certain twists towards the end of the movie. I had not read the book, so I didn't see certain things coming. And it could have gone some awful, predictable ways, and I don't feel like this one goes those ways. I do feel like the ending kind of feels rushed. Like the third act feels like we had all this building going towards it, and then the third act just feels a little sped up, a little cut down maybe. And I also, it's got some cheesier moments and some moments where you're screaming at the screen, being like, really? You're really going to stick around here? And then it's kind of with Sydney Sweeney's character throughout the movie is a little wishy-washy, because at times they're like, okay, she can't leave because of this. And you're like, okay, I get it. So she can't leave. But then there's times where she's like, no, I got to leave. I don't care. I'm leaving. And I'm like, really? Now you're going to leave? I like, all this stuff has happened and now you're going to leave. Seyfried just is great at playing this like unhinged mother figure. I thought the film was surprisingly good. Paul Feig's direction works really well here. There are some funnier moments. There's some gorier moments that I wasn't expecting. One in particular where I couldn't look. I couldn't watch the screen. And then I had to cover my eyes and my ears. And I was looking at Darth Easy at one point in time. And he's like, oh, this doesn't bug me. And then he started winching. And I was like, oh my God, I can't watch this or hear or listen to this. Probably more of a phobia of my own, because there was other things that were going on where I was like, okay, I mean, whatever. But yeah, there's one scene in particular where I was like, oh my God, I cannot watch this. Then, of course, there is a much talked about scene involving Sydney Sweeney that I had seen a bunch of things about on TikTok. Well, I am a man. I did enjoy that scene. And like I said, Sydney Sweeney has been growing on me. I really liked her in the rom-com with Glenn Powell. And I think she's really good in this one as well. So, and I just always loved Amanda Seyfried. So, I enjoyed the film. I thought it was a fun time. I would buy this and watch it again on Blu-ray. And honestly, if they were going to make another one, I'm not saying that they may have hinted that there could be sequel potential for this. I'd probably go check it out. I'm going to give this film a 4 out of 5. Like I said, it has some cheesier moments. And I could totally see some people being like, I don't like this at all. But I've seen people who are usually very critical of movies just absolutely love this movie. So I enjoyed it. What did you guys think of The Housemaid? And until next time, this is Rainy Cage. Peace out.